I'm going to take this orange today and I'm going to use this as an analogy to show you what the fascia system is in our bodies. And today, you're going to learn how the fascia system, when balanced and released, if it has a stuck area, can help you with both chronic pain and stuck emotion. It's a powerful system. So here's our orange, which is going to represent our body. And the peel that I took off is our skin. So if you were to take off your skin, you would see this white filmy stuff all over your body. That's your fascia. It's sheets of connective tissue. It not only goes right underneath your skin around the whole body, but if you were to open up your body, then you would notice that it's inside your body, holding your body together. So these little pockets, these little orange peels are representing your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments, your organs, your brain, your stomach, everything in your body is wrapped up in a nice little neat section. Let me try to get this out. We're getting all yucky, right? Of fascial tissue. Now, if I didn't have this membrane on the orange, all the water would run out. This membrane is actually holding the water together and it's actually giving structure to the orange. It's the same thing with the fascia tissue. It gives our body structure and it holds the water in place. And it helps to, it's like an internet highway for our body. It helps to just hydrate and send messages. And of course, if it has 6 to 10% more nerves to it, then it's going to be highly reactive to our thoughts and our emotions and getting injured, okay? So everything in our body is in these little pockets or bags of fascia. Okay, let's go even a little deeper. Inside the bags of the muscles, ligaments, tendons, organs, nerve, your brain, anything that's inside your body are going to be more pockets of fascia holding the water and holding the cells together and things like that. So this fascia goes all the way in, if you could see that. So if I could take away and slice a piece of this orange, you would see all those tiny little pockets holding the orange together inside of this membrane here. Same with our body. So if you can get that concept that the fascia tissue runs deep and it runs throughout everything, you're gonna get the reason why it is so powerful in helping with chronic pain and chronic emotions. Okay, so now picture, I always tell my clients to picture this. So picture if I was standing in front of a big spider web and the spider web was sticky. So the fascial tissue, connective tissue is gooey and sticky. It's like, it's a gel-like substance. And if I had it in my hands here and I pulled apart and I had that sticky glue or whatever, you would see what the fascia looks like. It's like a netting that moves and helps the body, right? So picture this big spider web in front of me and picture me walking into the spider web and getting all twisted into the spider web. Okay, it's all over my head, my face, my hands, my legs, my feet, my toes. Okay, it's not only on the outside of my body, it's inside my body, okay? If you can picture that. Now picture, I go to move this way. Can you see where that pull, that big netting, that spider netting would just pull all the way down to my feet? I go this way and it's gonna pull this way. I bend over and it's gonna pull all the way down my back. I come here, I turn, and everywhere I go, I'm getting more and more movement of that spider-like webbing throughout my body, which is called the fascial tissue system. Okay, so now if that fascia system has a lot of nerves, and I always say it's nerve connective tissue. It has highly reactive nerve endings to it, okay? And we get injured. Let's say we get physically injured and you go and you have an injury on your shoulder. The fascial tissue, which is like a human Band-Aid, goes and it wraps around the injured area. So now instead of being this gel-like sticky stuff that you just move and helps you move through life, it actually melts all the water, hydration in it, and it becomes stuck. Like, it would look like tissue paper stuck to your muscle, ligament, tendon, organ, nerve, your brain, wherever it is, okay? Wherever the injury has occurred. So the fascia will go like this. And you go to move, right? And it gets stuck. So now picture this analogy. If I have an injured shoulder here, and I go to move. Remember when I was moving so freely with that spider web and you could see how it was traveling all the way down me and all the way to my back. Okay, so now if I'm stuck, let's say I have an impingement right here and the fascia tissue is wrapped around it, I go to move. Obviously, I can't move. I go to twist. I cannot twist as well because this system is locked up right here. Okay, I go to bend down, it hurts. I go to reach up, it hurts. I go to twist and so forth. Same thing if you had an impingement on your hip and that fascia tissue is all tight. It would actually hike up the other hip, and it would actually cause problems with your arms, and it would cause problems with your gait and your back, all because your hip has an impingement. And then it also could cause plantar fasciitis in your opposite foot because of the load that's happening on the area that's injured. It imbalances your body. Okay, so now you've got the picture of the fascia system is bags upon bags upon bags holding our body together of this membrane gooey stuff that actually helps our body move through life. Okay, and then when we get injured, it sticks to us, and then we can't move as freely and we have an injury. Now, the interesting thing about the fascia tissue, it is not detected, an impingement in the fascia is not detected by MRIs, by ultrasounds, or by x-rays. So if it's a major component in our health and in our healing, and it isn't even diagnosed correctly. So that's really the interesting part, okay? So now you're impinged, but the doctors can't find anything. Okay, that's super interesting. All right, so now let's take it emotionally. Now the fascia tissue, being the nerve connective tissue, holds emotion and memory. And so when the fascia tissue locks up around an area, because it's reactive to our thoughts, and it goes, oh my gosh, the body's feeling fear, the person is in danger. Shoom, human Band-Aid. I've had people come into my office that have been locked up from head to toe because the fascia system just went shoom, like a big saran wrap. So now they're so started in their head with all this worry. The fascia tissue is going, I hear you, and it locks up around everything, and now their whole body is out of whack. Okay, so now that's an extreme case, but emotional issues can cause back pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, neck pain. It doesn't discriminate where it's going to actually tighten up when you are emotionally upset. So now take it one step further. I've always mentioned the book Molecules of Emotion by Dr. Candace Pert. And she was an actual scientist who discovered that when we stress and when we worry and we don't have a proper release of our emotions, those emotions get stuck in our bodies. So this worry, this stress causes an actual peptide, a molecule to form in our body. It's not just like, oh, I'm just worrying, who cares? It's not a big deal. It's literally changing the ecosystem of our body in many ways. Stress is the number one killer. It's like the 90% number one killer of all disease. It causes so much problems. So now you've got these molecules of emotion being formed that are they're waste product, right? They're actual. You don't want this. Oh, what's the word I'm trying to say? This poison in your body. It needs to be released. The toxins need to be released. But if your fascia tissue is tight and it's wrapped around your body, those molecules of emotion are going to get stuck in your fascia tissue. And they're going to fester. And that's where a lot of pain and disease and illness comes from. Stuck emotion, wherever in the body, in the gut, in the head, in the brain, and anywhere. So the fascia tissue is very important. And it is a key component in our health in our body, in our health in our mind, and then in our spirit. Because when we are free from stuck emotion and when we are free from pain, can we truly be free to walk into all that we are designed to be? And so that's why my practice, I find my work so fascinating, because the fascia tissue holds memory, and the fascial tissue can cause chronic pain. And if you can get the body well balanced, you will find your life in so many ways is so much stronger, freer, and ready to move forward. Thank you and have a great day.